Welcome to Planet 4546b, a gorgeous little spot in the universe surrounded by two moons, composed almost entirely of water, and populated by millions of gorgeous life forms, most of which would love to meet you and to eat you. For some unknown reason, your multi-billion credit spacecraft that they assured you nothing bad would happen to has crash landed here, and it's up to you to figure out how to escape. Meanwhile, we will need to stay fit, healthy, and alert if we are to survive this beautiful and yet highly dangerous alien planet that we are trespassing upon. That means we've got to learn, and fast. What are we dealing with here? What's really lurking below us in the depths? And how do we handle it? The mightiest weapon, fellow divers, is knowledge. My name is Rach, and welcome to Subnautica Deep Dive. Episode 1: The Crash.
Attention. Hull failure imminent. All personnel abandon ship. Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Ow. Oh, frick. Okay. Fire extinguisher. Ah! Oh. Whew. Okay.
You have suffered minor head trauma. This is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Good luck. Right, let's see. Circuitry test failed, secondary systems offline, radio offline, distress signal broadcast failed, flotation devices deployed. Well, that's something. Right, how are we doing? We're gonna need to get a repair tool before we can radio for help. Where the heck are we?
The Aurora suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
0 human... What are we gonna do? If you are reading this, then you have survived an emergency evacuation of a capital-class ship equipped with Altera technology. Congratulations! The hard part is over. Your PDA has automatically rebooted in emergency mode. This operating system has one directive: to keep you alive on a hostile alien world. If that is not possible, it will alert salvage teams to the location of your remains. It features full monitoring of vital signs for timely survival advice, blueprints for fabricating a range of essential survival equipment tailored to your environment, onboard camera, microphone, and OCR technology for short-range situational analysis, cross-compatibility with all Altera-compliant products. NB, your personal and work files have been encrypted and may be retrieved at a later date by a licensed engineer.
New creature discovered. Alien life forms may have unexpected applications. Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy.
Survival checklist. Administer first aid if required. Take inventory of available materials and supplies and decide on rations. Survey the environment for threats and resources. Construct necessary survival equipment using the LifePod's fabricator. Check LifePod for damage and repair as necessary. Broadcast local distress signal using LifePod's short-range radio. Locate other survivors using line of sight or the radio. Find or construct a more permanent habitat. Maintain physical and psychological health until rescue. NB, this information is meant as a general guide. In the first instance, you should always follow the advice of your PDA, which has taken your particular circumstances into account. Welcome to your 2-berth emergency life pod. Standard features: short-range radio, 250 kilometers uninterrupted range. Wall-mounted fabricator for survival equipment manufacture and for rendering organic substances edible. Medical kit fabricator. Onboard air brake and flotation devices for land, sea or space recovery. Solar power cells ×3. Emergency exits in the floor and roof. Standard provisions: 2 all-environment protection suits, 2 ready-to-eat nutrient blocks, 2 drinking water provisions, 1 emergency medkit, 2 emergency flares. NB, some life pods may be equipped with different supplies, such as radiation suits and replacement parts. Board the right life pod for the right situation. All-Environment Protection Suit. The Altera AEP suit, a single solution for a universe of infinite danger. You are currently wearing an AEP suit, a hermetically sealed personal environment designed to withstand the most extreme conditions in the known universe. Onboard temperature and hydration regulation, compatible with a range of attachments. Slimline build for maximum freedom of movement. Biometric sensors, contextual heads-up display. AEP suits should always be equipped before LifePod launch, in case of hull breach. Warning: Blueprint database corrupted. Damage to your PDA's hard drive has corrupted approximately 80% of stored survival blueprints. Blueprints may be reacquired by scanning a salvage technology using the Handheld Scanner, or by downloading plans from a shipboard data box. In the circumstances, these assets will most likely be found amongst wreckage from the Aurora. So first things first, if we're going to learn anything about where we have just ended up, we're going to need a scanner. To build a scanner, you're going to need to make a battery. Now, a battery is made using acid mushrooms and copper ore. We'll learn more about them in a second.
New blueprint acquired. The scanner can be used to synthesize blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
Handheld Scanner. The essential science and survival tool, the scanner can be used to add new blueprints to memory and analyze unknown entities. It emits electromagnetic radiation in the specified direction, which is reflected by the environment and then analyzed to determine the physical makeup of the targeted object. It has 4 primary functions. Blueprint acquisition. Record the physical parameters of scanned technologies to add their blueprints to the PDA databank. These blueprints may then be constructed at the appropriate fabricator. The scanner is also equipped to break down damaged and otherwise useless devices into their base metals for salvage purposes. Organism analysis. The scanner will attempt to match scanned organisms against the onboard database. If no match is found, then the species will be assigned an easy-to-remember name, and a new databank entry will be created. Your PDA's AI will also attempt to synthesize theories on behavioral tendencies and evolutionary origins where possible, as well as deliver assessments on how best to approach them. Medical analysis. Scanning any living organism will display basic information on their state of health on the scanner's HUD. This information will be limited without access to a network database. Self-scan. The user may run a self-scan to determine their own physical well-being. The scanner will search for foreign bacteria and other signs of ill health and compare with available data to provide a diagnosis. The Altera Spectroscope Scanner, understanding the world so you don't have to. So the scanner is one of the most useful things in the game anyway, but for this playthrough, it's pretty much essential. We have to learn everything about where we've ended up if we're gonna survive, if we're gonna escape. Well, with all of our limbs anyway. To make the scanner, you need one piece of titanium and a battery. Titanium is a pretty common metal on this planet. You can find it in rocky outcrops, and you can also find it by breaking down metal salvage. Scattered wreckage analysis confirms this wreckage is from the Aurora. Outer layers of the material have oxidized, suggesting it has been heated to over 1200 degrees Celsius. This pattern is consistent with hull disintegration during atmospheric entry. Salvage of intact portions of Altera vessels is prohibited at legal, moral, and technical levels. However, scraps such as these may be reclaimed for their titanium content at any Altera fabricator. So we're not technically allowed to analyze it, but we can, however, pick it up, take it to the fabricator, and get that broken down to give us 4 titanium. Acid mushrooms are found pretty commonly, and they're pretty easy to find too. If I can just stop being attacked by a stalker, that would be nice. They're brightly pink and, like I said, pretty common. Our first piece of indigenous flora, the acid mushroom. A common spore-bearing fungi species, the flesh contains a highly acidic compound which leaches into the water if the outer skin is penetrated. It's not clear which predator species necessitated such extreme countermeasures, but the acid mushroom's numbers suggest it has successfully deterred most of them. Assessment: inedible. Acid has applications in battery fabrication. So although these won't quite fill my hungry stomach, we can pick them up and use them to make batteries for most of our tools. Swimming around the safe shallows, you'll come across these outcrops. This one's a limestone outcrop. These unusual geological structures often form around titanium and copper deposits, and are distinct to this planet. Closer analysis reveals the stone around the metal has been hardened against erosion, but the mechanism remains unknown. Assessment: titanium and copper source.
Copper is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.